Day 48 of my semi-automatic handgun collections, and today we have what I would call my first semi-custom 1911 I ever purchased, and it is the Nighthawk Trooper. The reason I say semi-custom is because I did not order this gun. Dan over at Sporting Systems had this on his wall, and he knew I was looking for a nice 1911, and I kept looking at this one, but it was too expensive. So he made me a really good deal on it, and I end up walking out with my first ever Nighthawk. And like I said, it was the Trooper. I actually really love this gun, even though it does have a couple of shortcomings we'll talk about here in a second, mainly because it's the best looking 1911 I own. I showed you what I thought was the second best looking 1911 I owned before. This is the best looking one in my opinion. I just love everything about this. I love this dark cast iron kind of gray color they have on it. It almost looks like a Teflon frying pan. I love the clean lines of the slide, the clean, simple serrations. I just love everything about this gun. It's very traditional. It does have some modern features though, like a skeletonized hammer, the beaver tail grip safety instead of the plain type. It's got blacked out target rear sights and a fiber optic front sight. And it's got a very nice stainless bushing on the barrel here to match the stainless barrel. And the barrel itself has a very nice reverse crown on it. Now, I did change out the black cap that came with it here to a stainless one, so it would be more of a stainless look in the front for more contrast. That's one of the few changes I've made. The other change is I did change the metal mainspring housing to another metal mainspring housing with a mag well. And I did change the grips from a green textured G10 grip to these smooth Punisher grips from Lock, which are also G10. And I did change out to black hex head grip screws. Now, I did not change the trigger. It came with this solid aluminum trigger. A lot of people think I might change that, but I just love how simple it looks, and I love how the shade of it, the color of it goes so well with the stainless accents on the front, and now with the stainless magwell that I have added. I think it really makes the gun pop, and that, combined with all the other features of the gun, is why I think this is the best looking 1911 I own. Now, the biggest shortcoming of it, the thing that I would have changed if I had bought the gun myself, if I had actually custom ordered it, is that it is 45 ACP. If I had ordered it, it would be 10 millimeter. I'm pretty sure they offered this one in 10 millimeter. If they did, this one would be chambered in it if I had ordered it custom. The other things I would have changed if I had ordered it custom is, of course, I would have had a magwell installed, so I didn't have to do it myself, and I would have had an ambi safety on it. I still have never gotten around to putting an ambi safety on it, although I do actually have one to put on it. I'm just too lazy, and since I don't carry this gun, it's far too pretty to carry, I just haven't bothered. In fact, that safety not being there makes it a little easier to molester it without actually snagging your fingers on stuff. Now, even though the Trooper is one of their lower end guns, it's one of their entry level guns, it still ain't cheap. This thing was around $3,700 retail at the time. I got it for much cheaper than that, but still, if you're going to pay for these, you got to be willing to pay a little chunk of change. But are they worth it? Well, if you want a really nice 1911, they're worth it. If you're just wanting a functional 1911 for carry, well, then I wouldn't spend the extra money. Get yourself something in the $1,000 range. But if you want a piece of machinery that borderlines on being art, well then yes, it's definitely worth it. And that's why I bought this one, because to me, this is a prized possession more so than a tool. It is my Nighthawk 45 ACP Trooper.